Hey mom,
Hello?
you got a message from me?
Yeah, and then asked me for OTP.
Oh, so dodgy. I think it's a scam, mom.
I accepted because I thought it looks like it's your account, ma.
But it's okay because the scammer is me. This is a test to see how
Oh, yeah,
cyber
yeah.
safe you are.
My goodness.
In this episode, I'm going to be investigating how online scams work. They've been on the rise lately and have been all over the news. Two of the most common types of online scams are e-commerce and social media impersonation scams. Social media scams. We're on social media all the time now, and sadly, this has made it the perfect place for scammers to target. What usually happens is scammers will create a fake social media account pretending to be someone you know, and then they'll start to ask for things like one-time passwords, phone numbers, banking details, and then before you know it, there are some dodgy transactions on your account and it's too late. I'm gonna see how easy it is to scam my family and friends. What I've done is create a fake Instagram account, use the same profile picture, put in some of the same photos, and instead of Jemma Way, it's now Jemma Way, with an extra M. It looks almost exactly the same. The glaring difference is the lack of followers and following, and I only have 29 posts, but at a glance, you would totally believe that it's me. I'm gonna message some people and ask them for some information that scammers usually ask for, like an OTP, and see how many of them fall for it. Let me try message my mom. Hey mom, I'm entering all of us into a lucky draw, but need OTP. Can you stand by? Okay, let me now try my girlfriend. So for my girlfriend, I just said, I lost my phone, lol, sorry, can I get your number again? All my contacts are gone too. I feel like that's quite believable, right? So see if she replies before I ask for the OTP. Now I'm just gonna message a whole bunch of people. My girlfriend replied. She said, ooh, that's so weird. Oh, she went, is this a real account? Question mark, question mark, question mark. Huh, then you can't recover the old account, ah. Why do you ask so many questions? Send me your number. She said, ooh, do they have an equivalent? She sent me her number! Great. Level 1 unlocked. I feel like the stakes are so high now because the conversation has gone on for a while and she has given me her phone number. So how do I get her to believe that an OTP is going to be sent to her and that it's really me? I know what I can say. I'm going to say I'm registering for the Find My Phone now, and they're going to need an OTP, so I'm going to like send it to you. You just tell me what it is, okay? She said, okay, sure. Okay, let's hit it. I'm going to get my director to message her now with a fake OTP message. 158055. She sent me the OTP. Thanks, Penny. Love you. Oh no! So as you can tell, it wasn't so difficult to scam someone. I want to believe it's because people are inherently trusting and good in nature. And oh, my girlfriend just followed up. She said, but you don't remember your password to IG, ah? I think alarm bells are going off in her head. I'm just gonna leave it on scene. Because even if she realizes that there's something wrong now, if I were a real scammer, it would be too late. Okay, actually I feel terrible, so I'm just gonna call her now. Hey, did you receive like a Instagram DM from someone pretending to be me?
Is it not you?
No. Oh no!
Am I scam? I just sent the SMS OTP thing.
Yeah, you got scammed, Penny. Why did you send your OTP?
Oh shit, then what should I do now?
Never mind, it's okay. The scammer is me. It's for a shoot. It's an experiment. Sorry to scam you.
Then after I sent it, then I was like thinking, this sounds weird. But anyway, am I scammed? So not scam, right?
No, the scammer is me. But if it was someone else, you would get scammed. So next time, don't anyhow give out your OTP, okay? This is very basic cyber security.
After I sent the OTP, then I realized I might get scammed, so I just screenshotted the whole thing. I wanted to call you,
Okay, I called you first because I felt bad. Okay, well, sorry for scamming you. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Oh, my mother replied. My mother is savvier than I thought she would be. My mom messaged me and she sent me a screenshot of my fake message and said, is this from you? I'm just gonna call her. Hey mom,
Hello?
you got a message from me?
Yeah, and then asked me for OTP.
Oh, so dodgy.
Everything is yours, and then when Karen clicks on it, it's only got 29 followers, but all the posting are your posting.
I think it's a scam, mom.
Then how do I remove it?
You can't remove it because it's not your account. But it's okay because the scammer is me. This is a test to see how cyber safe you are. Congrats, mom, you're so cyber safe.
My goodness. So I accepted because I thought it looks like it's your account, ma. My goodness, not safe at all. I accepted ma.
Yes, so you should be more careful next time. Don't believe scams online and don't believe those WhatsApp forwarded messages saying things like the meteorite is coming close to Earth, so we cannot use our phone from 3 to 4 a.m. That kind of scams, okay?
Okay.
That was so funny! She actually replied my Instagram DM saying, okay, so she was about to give the OTP and then she wisened up. Well, I guess it's because she told my sister and my sister went in to check and spotted that there were only 29 posts. So if she weren't with my sister, she might have gotten scammed. Okay, so one of my girlfriends has telegrammed me separately with a screenshot and is this a scam? It is, right? What should I say? I should just admit it, right? Because she already knows. She says there are 3 M's. Oh, she's so savvy! That concludes our scam experiment. We had a savvy girlfriend, a very cute blur girlfriend, and my mom 50% cyber safe. Just as a rule of thumb, don't give out confidential information even if you think it's someone you know. You know how when they send you OTPs, they always say don't share this information with anyone? Don't share with anyone, they're serious. It's like very serious repercussions if you really get scammed. Scams like these are pretty common, so I decided to speak to someone from the Singapore Police Force to find out more. So I have with me Paul Singh from the Commercial Affairs Department at the Singapore Police Force. How do we identify a scam? Because you don't feel like you're on guard if your friend texts you, right?
So for social media impersonation scams, the first thing we could do is to verify that the person we are speaking to, they are who they say they are. If you have any suspicions at any point in time, you may also reach out to the person through another platform to verify if that is really the person you are speaking to. We should never ever reveal our personal details such as banking credentials and OTPs. No matter who it is, it can be your close friends or family members, just never ever reveal it and you will not fall prey to such scams.
What if, before watching this episode, I already fell prey to a social media impersonation scam? So what is the course of action that I should take?
The first thing to do is immediately cease all communication with the scammer. Secondly, call your bank immediately to check if there have been any unauthorized transactions from your bank account. You're also advised to lodge a police report immediately so that the police may look into the matter. And lastly, to prevent others from falling into the scam, do inform the person whose account has been compromised so that he or she may alert other people on their social media accounts not to fall prey.
E-commerce scams are probably the most common because we do so much more online shopping nowadays. I've heard of people getting scammed buying durians or skincare that just never arrived, and also fixed storage drive scams. These scams are a little bit more high level, so to investigate this, I decided to go to a popular e-commerce site and buy a USB thumb drive 2 weeks ago. There are a ton of listings for thumb drives available online, so the one that I found has over 500 pieces sold, which is pretty good because I normally try to buy from places that have quite a few sold and like a lot of ratings. If they've only sold like 3 pieces so far in their entire life, no thanks. So it's 118 ratings, of which the average is 4.5 stars. Looks pretty good, right? And if I click around the listing, it looks pretty legit. There's a little promo video, all these standard promotional pictures. If you look at the reviews, it's pretty much a mixed bag. Most of the top reviews are 5-star reviews, and it's all stuff like insane delivery time and pretty legit thumb drive for a cheap price, will buy from seller again, yet to try it out, receive the package in good condition. Why would you leave a review before you've even tried it? Most of these reviews are left before the person has even tried out the thumb drive. And by the time you have tried out a thumb drive and realize that it's a fake thumb drive, it's too late to change your review. A more savvy customer might click on the 1-star reviews, there are only 11 of them. And if you do click on that, you will see that it does say that these are fake thumb drives. Found they are fake, scan this thumb drive. Piece of metal rubbish. And I don't even think this seller is like legit, it might be a bot because somebody said 1 star. I tried this on multiple devices and it doesn't work, and the seller said, "Thank you for your support, looking forward to your next visit." So I'm like, alright, very tone deaf. So what this tells me is that it's generally harder to tell if you have a fake product right off the bat unless you test it extensively, and by the time you've done that, it might be too late to change your review or to even leave a review to warn other people. But here are a couple of red flags. Number 1. It's so cheap. It's unbelievably cheap. So the 2TB one, which is their biggest and most expensive one, is $20.50. And I went to the actual SanDisk website, they don't even have a 2TB thumb drive. The biggest is the 1TB version and it retails for $199.99 USD. That's 274 Singapore dollars. I'm gonna go ahead and purchase the 1TB version for $18.50 and test it out when it arrives. This is the product I received. It looks pretty legit at first glance until you take a closer look. The packaging displays the correct capacity, but this is a sticker. It says 1 TB/GB. What the heck is that? And there are also typos all over the packaging. It says 5-year warranty. If you take an even closer look, the packaging isn't even secure. Look, there is a slit right here, and I could just slide the thumb drive out. Dodgy dodgy. Actually, I'm kind of curious as to what's under this 1TBGB sticker, so I'm gonna try and peel it off. Only 8GB? What a scam! Alright, so that's rubbish. Now let's look at the product itself. At first glance, it looks like a totally normal thumb drive. However, I do have an authentic SanDisk thumb drive here. There are notable differences. The font on the SanDisk thumb drive is not the same. On the fake thumb drive, it's very insecure and wants you to know that it's 1TB, so they did print that, but it's not there on the normal one. Because on the back of a regular SanDisk thumb drive, there's a lot of information, and there's nothing on the back of the fake thumb drive. The first thing I'm going to do is check the capacity of this thumb drive, and yep, it looks all good. It's 1TB. So I managed to copy some large files and it was fine, it was just awfully slow. But the real problem comes in here. The first few files I copied were all okay, but once you hit a certain capacity, the files are corrupted or cannot be read. So then I used an app to check the actual capacity of the thumb drive, and it was only 32GB. So when you plug the thumb drive in, it does show up as 1TB. So here's where the problem is. Most people would be like, okay, it's 1TB, put in a couple of files, it works, fine. In a couple of months, they back up their important work files, and when they go back and check it, it all is corrupted or cannot be read, and then they're totally screwed. By that time, it's probably too late to get your money back or to open a dispute with the seller, but the real problem is all your important files will be gone. And honestly, personally, I'd rather lose the money and keep the files, but yeah, this would totally screw me over.
For e-commerce scams, scammers will generally publish their listings on online marketplaces or social media websites. They will list their products at attractive discounted pricings to entice more buyers to approach. So when contacted by potential buyers, they will appear very forthcoming in addressing buyers' concerns and will attempt to build a rapport and trust with their victims. After the victims feel assured, they will then be asked to make full payment or deposit payment via bank transfers or funds transfer services such as PayNow or PayLah. Upon full payment, the scammer will then become uncontactable.
Most of the times, you do expect to pay up before they deliver the goods, because that's how these online shopping platforms work, right?
Alternatively, of course, the cash on delivery option is another option to consider. Using that option, you can actually just do a physical inspection of the goods, then make the payment if you are satisfied. Of course, if you opt for this option, do open the items on the spot and make a thorough check before you make payment.
We did this test with thumb drives. When you plug it in, it shows all the correct data, but it's only when you try to put in maybe 100GB of stuff when you realize that the last 70GB wasn't going in. So all of these things, we can't tell immediately, we can only tell after a while. And also, I guess I'm also considering the fact that normally you use a third-party delivery service, and if the delivery man comes and he's like, hello, yeah, can please give me cash, and you're like, wait, let me transfer 100GB worth of stuff onto this thumb drive to prove that it's real, and they're gonna be like, girl, I got places to be, I got other deliveries to make. So in these situations, what should I do?
Safer alternative is to make purchases online that provide escrow services. So the platform acts as a neutral party. So the funds you pay actually are held by the platform itself until the buyer verifies that the items they've received are what they have ordered. Then the platform will release the money to the sellers. So that it's actually quite safe if you employ that method. Should there be any disagreements, the platform will step in to mediate.
How do we identify a scam?
Well, there are some telltale signs one can look out for when the prices are too good to be true, or the seller refusing to meet up in person, the seller refusing to accept payments through the platform's escrow services or to utilizing the cash on delivery option, when the buyers are told to pay upfront deposits or even additional fees for things like insurance, additional delivery charges, tax duties, related stuff like that. Another telltale sign is when buyers are offered an attractive discount if they are willing to make a direct payment to a bank account as opposed to using a safer online payment option. Sometimes they may request for a discussion relating to the deal to be taken off the platform and instead to be onto private messaging applications. Buyers have to be mindful that sellers may provide a copy of an identification card or a driver's license in a bid to look more assuring and more trustworthy. But the thing is, they may not necessarily belong to the person communicating with you online. You have to trust your instinct. If the deal sounds even a little too good to be true, then you are probably right.
So say maybe I buy something from an online store, so not really a platform, but it looks like a legitimate store. But then the whole store turns out to be a scam. And then when I message them, they don't reply, and I can't get my money back. Then should I call the police?
Yes, you may report to the police immediately so that the police may look into the matter as to whether it is a genuine operation or a scam. The police force, we do push out crime advisories through the Telegram channels or Facebook, any social media platforms. We also work with mainstream media, and this information is regularly published. And in such articles, we also lay out crime prevention advice relating to such scams. So as long as people do read the news or watch the news, they will be exposed to these crime advisories. They will not be left out.
So I guess what I'm hearing is that actually, even though the police force, we can make a report anytime, it's actually still really important to have personal responsibility before we even purchase something.
Yes, vigilance is key. So members of the public should always be vigilant when they are transacting with strangers online.
Okay guys, we've come to the end of today's episode. I hope you found it informative. For me, the main takeaway is that if you get scammed, it's not that you're so naive or gullible, because it can happen to literally anyone. As human beings, we're not geared towards being naturally suspicious to our friends, family, our loved ones. I think the important thing is to be vigilant. And to show this video to your mother, father, grandmother, grandfather so that they can be more aware too. As usual, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the little bell button so you get notified every time a new episode comes out. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!